I'm Davy, and I'm awesome! And welcome to Davy's Awesome Stories, where I tell funny stories from my past or go on a rant in an effort to make you laugh. Now, as you guys know, I have 3 children. I have 3 beautiful boys, love them to death. Which also means that 3 times in my life, I have had a pregnant wife. Thankfully, it was the same wife. I'm now one of those rare people that have only had children with one woman, and I've been married to that woman. All 3 times. But I will tell you, there's a lot of things that you nor your wife really expect the first time you're having a child. Things that you just don't see coming. Like, I could do tons of videos on that, like all the worthless crap you buy thinking you're going to need this that you really don't. Or all the dumb advice you get at you. Or the fact that the first time you have a kid, for some reason that neither you nor any logical person can explain, every parent has this idea that some way or another, you're going to do something to kill that baby. Like something, like you're going to look away for a second and it's going to roll over onto its face and suffocate. Or you're going to make it laugh so hard that it goes backward and snaps its own neck. Or it's going to suffocate because of how bad your gas was after eating some White Castle. I don't know. You just have it in your head that this baby's going to die and it's going to be your fault. But I will tell you, of all the strange things I encountered during my wife's first pregnancy, to me, one of the strangest things that I could not get over was how many times that a complete, total, random stranger would think that it was okay to walk up to my wife, whom they have never seen a day in their life, and go, "Oh, look, you're pregnant. I'm gonna touch your belly." And I remember the first time that happened, it was an old lady. And it usually is an old lady. I mean, not always. Sometimes it's a younger woman, but more often than not, it's an old lady. But I will say this, not one time was it ever a dude. Guys never seem to think that's okay. Even gay men didn't think that was okay. Like, the worst we had from any gay guys was just simply, "Oh my god, look at your pregnant belly. It is so cute." Yeah, that was very nice. He complimented her on the fact that she had the pregnant belly, the one that you can very distinctly tell is not fat, but baby. Mentioned it was cute and went on with his day. Even he, who, I don't know, never saw him again, but clearly really, really feminine, didn't think it would be okay to put his hands on her belly. So yeah, the first time that happened, old lady walked up, looked at my wife, said, "Oh, look, you're pregnant. I'm gonna touch your belly." I didn't know what to do. I just kind of sat there for a minute looking at her like... And then after she felt my wife's belly, asked the stupid follow-up questions that always come along with it, like, "Oh, what do you got in there?" Yeah, they ask that stupid question all the time. Like, what do you think is in there? A koala bear? It's a freaking baby. But after this woman walked away, I looked over at my wife and I was like, do you know her? Nope. Never seen her a day in my life. Then why did that happen? That has been happening to me almost everywhere I go out. You mean like you see that woman all the time? No, different people. Do you know any of the other people that do that? No, always a stranger. Why do you let them? It's just a thing. I don't want to be rude. I kind of feel like if there was ever a time to be rude, I mean, what the heck? I mean, I imagine if somebody walked up to me and was like, "Oh, look at your big round belly, I'm gonna touch it," I might have to punch them in the face. Even if it was an old lady. Especially if they were like, "Oh, what do you got in there?" What do I got in there? At this point, it's very digested. Tell you what, I will follow you home, and when you're not looking, I will go into your yard and I will show you what I had in there. In case you didn't get that, I'm saying that I was gonna go poop in their lawn. But ultimately, I get why my wife never did anything about it, because the first several times I never did anything either, because it's so awkward. It's so awkward that when they do that, you can't really do anything except look at them like... But I will say the worst part for me, the husband, the provider, the protector, other masculine cliches, was seeing that look on my wife's face that clearly said, "Please do something." And me just giving her a look back that said... Because here's the thing, I have talked about this with many different people. Guys, girls, what have you. Every girl I have ever known that has dealt with this, which is every girl that's ever been pregnant, I've yet to meet even one woman who likes when people do this. Seriously, I have yet to meet that girl who was like, oh, I loved it when random strangers touched my belly. Now, I have met, I didn't mind it that much, but you could tell they were full of crap. They mind. They hated it. And yes, the day did finally come that I did do something about it. Because again, old lady walks up, whom we had never met a day in our lives, puts her hand on my wife's belly, and my wife looks over at me, and I could hear her thoughts, which was, look, I'm too nice to do anything. That's how this marriage works. I'm the nice one, and you're the jerk. Please do something. So finally, I snapped out of the awkwardness, and I did something. I literally grabbed the woman's hand, took it off my wife's belly, and simply said, excuse me, we do not know you. Why would you think that it is appropriate to walk up to a stranger and put your hand on their stomach? 'Cause she's pregnant. So? Your hair looks like a cotton top. You don't see me using it to try to clean my ears out. Oh, you're rude. You have no idea. That is one of the things I've never understood about society, is me saying stuff like this makes me rude. You're not rude for walking up to a stranger and awkwardly putting your hand on them. I'm rude for telling you not to do it. But the thing is about that is you kind of feel relieved once the baby comes out. It's here. You don't have to deal with that anymore. You do, just in a different way. Because now you go through those stores and stuff with a baby in your cart, and people see it, usually an old lady, and they just think to themselves, oh, look, a random baby I've never seen before. I'm gonna pick him up. And seriously, without asking your permission, without checking with you to go like, hey, is it okay if I hold your baby? They will just reach right in, start unbuckling, because that's the thing. They're in one of those like stroller car seat things that you have that you put up on the front part of the basket thing, and they'll just start unhooking it and start going to take your baby. That one, no matter how awkward it was, I had no issue. What the hell are you doing? I was gonna hold your baby. Really? Do we know each other? You just walk up and start unhooking my kid like you're gonna take him? I was just gonna hold him. And I should know that because why? Because we're trusted friends or something? No, you're a random stranger. You just holding him can end up making me a character in some Lifetime movie about an old lady who took my kid. I would never do that. Oh, well, thanks for the reassurance, Mrs. Random Stranger. That is so ridiculous that you would assume that you could just do that. Oh, well, he's so cute. Okay, yeah, he's cute. Great. So if you want to look at him and make like googly faces and stuff to see if you can get him to laugh, great, fine, do that. I don't care. But you're just going to go in there and start picking him up without even checking with us. Go away. And of course she huffed and puffed and left, and you would think my wife would be horrified, which she was a little because I did make a bit of a scene, but she also was very happy that I did that because she was like awkward about, can I do that? Now, whereas I would like to tell you that that was just one random ridiculous woman, it wasn't. I had to do that many times. Several women threw out 3 little babies. And actually, one of my kids is still 3 years old, so occasionally I still get strangers who think that they can come over and pick him up. So the moral of this is, ladies, just because you see a baby or a pregnant woman doesn't make us family. So there you have it. That's my story video this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notifications for when I post videos, and leave a comment. Tell me if you had experiences like this. Love you guys.